What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey, everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Lower East Side Stitches. Yes, indeed. How about that? Lower East Side Stitches making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Brett Byer, and Brett wanted to see me react to this. It is Lower East Side Stitches with a tune called Rustic City. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, you gotta be kidding me. I've heard this song before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Tothose. Yeah, sure. Tothose. All one word. So yeah, Tothose. We'll go with that. And the video has 6,600 views. Well, there you go. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Lower East Side Stitches, Rustic City. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I love it when songs are deceiving like this. I absolutely love it because people jump into a song like this and they make automatic assumptions. And it's very easy to make those kind of assumptions until you hear the truth. And all of a sudden it makes you do a double take. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. I wasn't expecting this. You hear the chordal progression. The 1 to the 4 to the 6. No, sorry. 1, 5, 6, 4. And you would automatically assume minor, right? That would be a very safe assumption, especially considering the style of music, having that kind of a punk vibe to it. Pop like an 80s pop punk sound, right? Very easy to make the assumption that this is in a minor key. And the funny thing is, it's not. It's not in minor. It's in G major, which I find so funny. It's G major. I am not even kidding. So when you go up to the 6, so 1, 5, 6, a full step up to the major 6, past the 5 to the 4. Now, here's another dead giveaway. On the 4, it goes to the major 3, back to the 4 to resolve to the root. Except in the pre-chorus. Then the pre-chorus, we start on the major 2, up to the major 3, up to the 4, up to the 5. Do, 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 do. And then it'll go, and it stays on that 5 until it goes back to the root, which is the G major. It's so funny. Like you would expect a song like this to be in a minor key, and it's not. It's in the major key. I think that's hysterical. It's great. It really is. And they do it so. I don't want to say sneak. They didn't sneak it in there. They weren't trying to hide it. They just did it so subtly, not to draw attention to itself. It is what it is. And I love that. I absolutely love it when songs do that. You know, you think it's going to be one thing and no, it's not, but we're not going to throw it in your face. We're going to let you figure it out. We're going to let you have that aha moment, you know? That is so smart, man. It really is. 2, 4, 3, 4. 55551. Nice. Solid ending. Solid ending. Nothing all that impressive about the ending. It's pretty bare bones. 15551. Okay. And look, at least it wasn't a linear fade, right? At least it wasn't a linear fade. Okay. There's not a lot to talk about, folks. This is going to be a short review. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Lower East Side Stitches with a tune called Rustic City. Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about. Do not get comfortable, folks. We are not going to be here for very long. I said everything I needed to say, really, honestly, during the course of the reaction. So I'm going to hit some bullet points, bing, bop, boop, and we're going to call it a day. So let's start with the score, and we'll go from there. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.1. Yep, 7.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.1. What does that mean? Well, a 7.1 would translate to a really good scale rating because overall, I gotta say, this is a really good song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B letter grade. That's B as in boy. So there you go, a 7.1, really good scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Listen, there's really nothing all that complex about the song. There's nothing really all that impressive about the song. So those of you that were expecting this to be up in the 8s or 9s, I hate to tell you this, but your expectations were set way too high. So this was a very simple, easy song to follow along with. The biggest surprise about the song, honestly, was the usage of major through the entire song. We were in that G major the entire time. It felt really good. It sounded really good. I have no issue with anything that happened there. I give them all the credit in the world for, not throwing it in our faces. They were just playing the song in G major, probably knowing that people were going to make assumptions that they were going to, be in a minor key. And they said, you know what? We'll let them figure it out for themselves. And I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they did let me figure it out for myself. Because if they had been throwing it in my face the whole time, I probably would have, I don't know. I probably would have taken that as an insult, honestly. I would have felt a little insulted by that. But they just did it very casually. And I really do appreciate that. It sounded really nice. It was hooky as hell. The entire song is one giant hook. The verse could be the hook for some people. The chorus could be the hook for some people. The pre-chorus could be the hook for some people. I mean, everybody that listens to this song is going to hear something somewhere in the song that's going to sink its fangs into them and not let go. So that's some smart songwriting right there. It really is. Very radio friendly. I don't know if this got any radio play or not. It definitely has that 80s melodic punk style that you heard a lot in the mid 80s. But here's the thing, though. It has that mid 80s vibe, but something tells me this was not mid 80s. Something tells me this was. I can't put my finger on it. It's one of two things. It's either late 90s or it's early. It could be early to mid 2010s. I'm not sure which. It's very clean sounding. It doesn't have the 80s fidelity, audio fidelity quality. It definitely sounds newer. It definitely sounds a little more digital, like Pro Tools was involved. So I'm thinking mid to late 90s or early to mid 2010s. That's where I'm at. Either way, it's good to see that mid 80s punk sound is, still being kept alive by bands like this. It's got a nice catchy tone to it, a nice catchy sound to it. Musically, musicianship, everything across the board, solid. Vocals for the style of song, fitting. So I really have no complaints about the song. You know, I'm not going to sit here and blow things out of proportion and pretend to be impressed by this or pretend like I love it. But at the same time, it's solid work across the board, and I have absolutely no complaints about it. I think it's a really good song, which is why I'm giving it the really good score of 7.1. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.1, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then, by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.